Well, tournament, the DUGP for every time you go to the tournament, you're like wondering, what do I need? And then you wonder why you lost. Sometimes it's just keeping track. Hey guys, it's Shane King. Today I'm gonna show you my daily carry of accessories of accessories that I use for Vanguard that often help me keep track of my stuff. These are like training wheels in a sense, but I tell you, even after playing Vanguard for very long, it helps a lot. Like, if you guys seen my previous videos where I don't use them, I actually like fumble way more. So these are either cheap or free, depending on your context anyway. But they are relatively cheap, and then we'll go to the a bit more expensive stuff later. First, we'll start with coins, power coins. Not the Power Rangers power coins, but coins. You can buy the official Bushu. There's the plastic ones that you can buy from the deck that gives you a starter deck with Raziel or Vaga right line, which I'm still meaning to get. I haven't got around to them. But for me, for those that are a little cheap about it, I'm sure everybody has to have this eventually. Like, like, for me personally, it's just because my shop keeps giving me start decks. Or more specifically, a shop gave me a start deck, and then I bought a start deck for my sister. Then I bought another Virgila. I mean, if you guys saw the unboxing, I did open a Virgila start deck, so I got more of this. And I know, like, it's cardboard, don't dismiss it. Yeah, coin shape. So what I do is you order, if in Asia, in like Shopee, I'm not sure if it goes international shipping, but in Shopee or wherever you go, like AliExpress, I'm pretty sure they have, just buy a coin case that's 20 millimeters and it will fit the coins, and they fit very well. And you turn them into they're stupid durable. They hold on, like they can handle abuse. This is basically the marker coin for your account. I have two, so I just share them. There's no point. So you need on a low level, you only need a few power and a few crits. But once you get very high, these start becoming, you need a lot of crits and power now, because you check a lot of triggers, and then or at least I check a lot of triggers. If you're not as lucky as me, then maybe you don't need as much. But for me personally, I check so much triggers that crits and power tends to coincide brilliantly. So I usually use these. They only come in powers of 10, which is one of the reasons why I often use this for trigger markings only. So if they are they are mainly for triggers. So that's that. Then on the slightly also cheap, but I'm not quite sure the price difference. I mean, this is technically free if you already got it, and then this is, I mean, this one cost me like, I think $6 plus for a pack and stuff. This was initially for Shadowverse, because that's why they're red and blue, because one is for strength and one's for power. But however you want to mark them, I personally go with in Jewel Knight. When I'm playing Jewel Knight's Premium, I usually show the where is it? The 6 that represents 6,000 power, so each one is 1,000. But I know a friend of mine would put this as equivalent to 1 trigger power, so 10,000 power, 20,000 power, etc, etc, etc. So there is that. I personally don't. I use this for mainly if I run out of power count, if I cannot run high enough powers. A good example tends to be the Great Fall Varina, the one that often used in Shurinuin, Mahanirvana, and the one that where I ran in, well, my Sephiroth Gila deck, which is basically Mahanirvana levels of ridiculousness, where you have like up to like 6, 7 stacks of original dress, and then so I just put how many original dress, and then that's just multiplied by 5. So that's how I use them to mark. They are great, but they don't mark crits, which is this has explicit value, so it's a bit less confusing. This doesn't, so that's why these are more. These are D6 D6 dice for a reason. So there is that marker, but of course everybody. If you've been around the block a few times, you know Busher produces their own counters. They're not supposed to be for sale, but I'm sure your shops will sell it to you anyway, or you know you can find other ways to obtain them. So there are like 3 types of power counters. Where's the last type? Where is it? There it is. So there's the crit ones. These are usually used for a lot of times power or crits. Basically power obtained by the card effect and not by triggers, which is why so I for MLB for example, I usually put this on. It stays unless I persona, which is one of the things here, which is unfortunate. So crit 1, crit 2, persona, and the 100 million, which I've been meaning to get one more so that I can mark my 100 mil, but because OT only happens once, you can just put the trigger temporarily exposed the whole time on a rear guard, and you're usually fine. Oops. There's the 5, 10, 15 increments, which surprisingly isn't enough anymore in this day and age. Like I saw a guy, he labeled Maker over one of his like I think low level power counters because they're cheap for like 20, 25, 35, 45, 50 or something like that. It's ridiculous number. So it's insane. I probably should get my hands on higher power custom power counters. You can order like if you're in Singapore, you there is you can check the Telegram marketplace. I probably should link them in the description for this video specifically, where you can get someone to 3D print for you or you can search it up, custom power counters, and you can 3D print them and then get as many as you need. They are relatively cheap. They are not a must, but if you want some training wheels, these definitely help keep track. As when you saw the Vaga video when I freaking forgot to when I miscalculated crit, it's very important. The case I use, warning, it's not ideal. Mainly because I either don't have enough this or this to stop the shaking. So this is just a boulder. This is the oops. As you can see, this is the ultimate guard boulder, which I use to store my power counters. I don't have a dice bag. I'm too lazy to like get around to taking a dice bag when this works perfectly fine. This is hard to get. This is hard to get a grip on when to take out, and it's clunky because if you play in a card shop tournament and you carry this around, you don't have space sometimes, because sometimes card shops don't have a lot of table space. I don't really get why. For some, and others I get, but which is unfortunate because I like to carry this around, but sometimes I have to compromise and do this and whatnot. But depends on the individual. So these are for keeping track of your power, so you don't lose power crit and your opponent doesn't guard wrongly. That solves a lot of the issues. And then your usual needs are deck boxes. I personally stopped using these. The reason why, one of the recent games I picked up the other day, Grand Archive, which I may not cover on this channel. I'll probably cover it in a short, just for the hell of it. Like, But it's a pretty fun game anyway. It's a relatively new one. The reason why I picked it up is just because Bushido just I want a break from Vanguard and I wasn't gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh. So there's that. Anyway, moving on. Right, the deck boxes. I don't like these plastic ones because I always get scared they break on me, and when they do it, they suck. They're not very durable inherently. By design, they can only be so strong. That's what I'm saying. So I usually don't. I don't go on my way to buy these because they're like $10 and they're kind of shit. So they're okay when you're starting out, but as it goes on, I kind of just gave up because I started just picking up this. For me, it costs around $10 too, so that's kind of why. I mean, if they're roughly the same price, why not just go with this? Because it's inherently more durable. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I keep one with whichever deck has my crest counter at the moment. Yes, this is double sleeve and it's using Dragon Shield, blah blah blah. Foil crest, you got Sorin, the unboxing, and Tamayura, and divider for no reason other than because I can. So basically, it's a standard lip. It magnetizes here. I mean, if you shake it upside down, yeah, it will, but like, it doesn't matter to me, in the sense that, oh no, my Hikari is, give me a moment, clean up some pain in this. Anyway, it doesn't matter to me because that took quite a shake, and honestly, like, if you're shaking your deck upside down, what are you doing? Take care of your stuff, man. Yeah, so one cool tip is you can just slide it here, it matches and locks. It's durable enough that any which way you're not gonna really spill unless you drop it, which is good enough for me. I'm not gonna shake it. So there's like literally no point. So the advantage of this is the capacity. So this is mainly for my one of my bulk storage. I do have a bulkier storage. Ultimate Guard makes pretty good plastic. This is an Ultimate Guard, but its plastic is almost as good as Ultimate Guard in terms of precision. I do have the 133, although this one, the reason why is because it has a top loader inside, which I wonder. Give me a moment, I'm curious suddenly. Sorry. ADHD is kicking in now. Whoop. Just check this out. Okay, that's actually not as good as I hoped. Okay. Anyway, okay, just keep that in. Ignore that. Oops. You can use top loaders anyway, as I was saying. Top loaders are great for stuff that you otherwise want to be protected. If you have a high rare thing in your right line, you can legally play it as the top loader itself. This is not standard size. Bushido does have standard size ones, but those are for like your premium decks. Like, but you can keep like a lot of cards additionally to fun. Basically my premium stuff is all in here. So yeah, I keep them sideways because of the top loader. If not, you can keep like way more stuff. Don't worry about it. Ooh. And that's it for the containment of them. And then now we'll cover sleeving. How do I sleeve my cards? I know for standard cards I do just single sleeve Dragon Shield, but for the Nah, this is a good one for me. So for Vanguard specifically, which is what this channel is about anyway, so whatever. I use Z outers, Z over sleeves. Sorry, I don't like the term outer. It's a bit stupid. Z over sleeves with with Busher branded sleeves, normal sleeves. I used to do perfect fit, but then it became impractical because I cook a deck every like few weeks, and then I mean you guys don't see it because unless it's video worthy, I'm not uploading. Triple sleeving is cool until you deck build cook, then it sucks. But I bare minimum double sleeve standard size cards because Busher sleeves are not durable. Like, no matter what anybody tells you, Busher sleeves are not durable. Like, if you see in the stream, it's terrible. But it's terrible to see a single sleeve because it will crease up here, it will crease down here. Like, you see this wave, it will be inside here, and it's a nightmare. And shuffling is pain in the ass. So I double sleeve my everything. I have tried. I believe you could see in this deck. This is kind of on a few decks with it right now, I think. Broccoli sleeves. These are broccoli sleeves. I understand the value of broccoli sleeves. Like, but the problem is I don't feel like they can hold the beating as much. And they cost more per sleeve. Like, not much more, like, it's just a few cents difference. Like, and the advantage is they come in larger packs per purchase, so you can sleeve, like, I think probably quite a bulk of a premium deck, which is 66 card deck for premium, and for standard would be a 55 card deck. Yeah, one is 66 and one is 56 55. Yeah, we'll come to Vanguard where there's oops. Oh shit, I need to stop bumping the camera. I don't use this size deck box anymore because they don't contain they cannot handle double sleeve cards per minimum. They are mainly used for these size are good for single sleeve, which means the only one single sleeve I recommend if you're going to single sleeve is Dragon Shield, so keep that in mind. If not, just use them for bulk storage, because oh yeah, they're nice for bulk storage. Because you can store quite a bit of single sleeve cards, or they also help protect your single sleeve cards because unless you're rich, there's no way you have enough single sleeve to go around to every single card you own. Other stuff other than those two, so 1, 2, 3. One last thing I want to mention. Dragon Shield. This is the standard size one. I don't know if I have a box for the mini one anymore, but if I do, they come in Japanese minis, but they often come in standard because Dragon Shield and MTG anyway. They are technically deck boxes, which is certainly something to know. I'll probably take that out. I think I might need that. I'm not sure. Anyway, which certainly gives quite the appeal in most cases, because you can do a lot more. But it's cardboard, so it's one of the reasons why I don't recommend this. In a pinch, it'll help, and so don't throw away your Dragon Shield ones if you end up picking up Dragon Shield sleeves and give up and think they're cheaper than this. Calculation per card I think is still cheaper to actually no, Busher is like $16 for 70. You add with that's 60 cards. Yeah, it still costs more than just buying a Dragon Shield sleeve and single sleeving it. But one of the reasons why I do this is because often I had a friend that did a funny thing where I mixed up the orientation of it, and you wouldn't know by looking at the back. So he had to essentially unshuffle it and shuffle it again, which is tedious and a pain. If you do this double sleeve, you will always know, oh, this is upside down. Okay, sure. You'll always be like, oh yeah, it's upside down. Okay, and then you just look through and like ensure everything's not upside down, and you're good. You're balling. So that's why I don't do Dragon Shield unless you're doing the one of the things I did. Unless you're using the art version of the Dragon Shield. Do not buy plain Dragon Shield. Whatever you do, don't buy plain art unless you are using it for a troll deck or a very like for the sake of storage, basically. Other than that, do not do that. Just buy an art version, like any generic art version. Like, I understand the appeal of, oh, if they're all like just a single plain color, it's it helps in the overall aspect of I want everything to work out, and like so that I can swap and build decks with just the sleeves and not have to like sleeve everything. But whatever you do, just don't buy plain art. Just buy anything with an art. Like even if Dragon Shield had like as long as it has an orientation marker, that's all it needs. Because the number of times you will have upside down cards and it annoys you is ridiculous. It's not an aesthetic thing, it's a function thing. Because if you here's one without an art. So these are the standard black ones. Let's say some of these are upside down, some like that. So you'll draw a card and you'll be like, oh, cool, and then this happens. And then the worst part is you don't know how many cards down will have the same issue. So just keep that in mind. Do not do this unless they're like a stride deck level where like you can see the whole thing and not disrupt the game too much. Other things to note: clear sleeves, I love them for tokens mainly, because I like this backing, but the problem is like you can't have it in your main deck because rulings and stuff and shuffle and blah blah blah. Not important. So other than that, buy clear sleeves for as much as you can get away with, because I gotta say I love clear sleeves. Other than that, you can drop by ACME to buy these stuff for Dragon Shield. If not, you can just go to your local card shops. Other than that, I'll see you next time, and good luck for your tournaments. Bye.